Hello, my name is Abby, and I am the CWD representative for Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, and wanted to do a quick video today to show everyone a little bit of education about conditioning your saddles for the first time. When you get your new saddle, the most important thing you can do is condition it correctly the first time. It's going to make your first ride better, and it's going to help the saddle break in faster. It's very important not to ride in your saddle before it's conditioned, because sometimes that can affect the texture of the leather a little bit. So we're going to kind of go over this real quick, and I'm going to show you how to make your first ride the best. You want to make sure this mitt that you're going to have in your cleaning kit, this is the most important part. It helps to cover the leather faster, and it also really makes a difference in the way that the conditioner soaks into the leather. So here we have a brand new, this is our child's saddle. This is a classic model, and this is in full calf. You're going to notice when you get your saddle, if you get the dark brown color, it is going to look very red when you get it. It's totally normal, but you're going to see in this video that the color is totally going to change. So what I like to do is I'm going to start with the underside of the saddle, and when you get your conditioner, don't be shy. You're going to use a lot. And you're going to start with your panels. And you are just going to coat that leather, a pretty heavy coat. And you want to make sure you get in all the creases. Use your fingers. Get the entire panel. Now a lot of people forget to do these panels, and this is important because you want the panels to be as dark as your saddle. If you don't get the panels dark, what's going to happen is when your horse sweats in the summertime, you'll end up with a very ugly mark across the back of your panel that you're going to see, and it makes the saddle appear stained. So we want to make sure that the panels get oiled and conditioned just as well as the rest of the saddle, so they get nice and dark. Now, we're going to start with the sweat flaps. Good healthy coat. Go to the other side. And you're going to take your sweat flap, and as you're conditioning, we're going to bend it, pinch, squeeze it, roll it, and you're going to notice that the conditioner is going to soak in as you're working the leather. And the leather breaks in very quickly. And you'll see that it doesn't take much work at all to make this nice and loose. Big difference. Spins. We go to the other side and do the same thing. Remember, every speck, get around that block. Bend and fold your flaps. Again, make sure you're getting it in all the creases. Nice even coat. While it's upside down, Now we can start working on the underside. Get down in between those flaps with that glove, kind of push the conditioner down in there. All of this is going to help your panels and your flaps get more supple. Get that hand down in there. Remember to get underneath your block where it's not stitched. Your billet guard, we're going to oil this too. Now the reason we want to do this is so all of the leather is sticky. So you have sticky leather on sticky leather, sticky leather, sticky leather. All of this is going to help your grip in the saddle because it's all going to stick to itself and increase your grip. It's not just about the top of the saddle that's against your leg. We want to kind of bend your billet guard a little bit because that's going to help it be nice and soft so that it molds around your girth buckles. With your billets, I like to take my fingers and just work them a little bit. The girth is going to do the rest of the work for you when you start riding. But this is going to make it a lot easier to get the girth on the first time. We're going to repeat on the other side. You can already see that the saddle is completely changing color. Again, get down in there with that glove underneath your block. Work your billets. And roll your billet guard a little bit. Alright, then we're going to turn it over. Start your top flap. Again, don't be shy with the conditioner. Your saddle is thirsty. Now, once you get a good coat on there, now is where we can start to work that flat so it's a little bit more comfortable when you ride. So, we're going to pinch it, roll the flat, anything to kind of move that leather back and forth. And get it nice and soft under your leg. Don't worry about the conditioner getting down in the creases. It is going to soak in. Doesn't matter if there's a buildup. on your skirt. Then make sure we do go underneath. Kind of bend that skirt a little bit. All this part needs to get nice and soft under your thigh. And I like to try to get the conditioner on as quickly as possible in a nice even coat. That kind of helps with a nice even color. Now your seat when you first get your saddle may not be as comfortable as the demo you rode in. That is completely normal. Remember, your leather is stretched very taut across the seat. So it needs to break in and it needs to stretch. And once it does that, that's when the seat starts to get much more comfortable. You can actually take your glove and almost massage your seat. And you can see the saddle's completely changing color. And this looks more like the dark brown you ordered. Repeat on the other side. Again, make sure you're getting in all those creases. Get your fingers in there, up under your skirt. And again, now you can see under this flap, we just did this side a little while ago, and all that conditioner has already soaked into the saddle. So we're going to go ahead and add a little more. And same thing. Roll or flap.
Here's that saddle.
All right, bend.
Are you breaking that in? Is that how you break it in or condition it?
All right, so you can see a lot better than when you got it. The color's totally changed. It's dark brown. And now, as you break it in, with the first 15 or 20 rides, you just want to keep conditioning and riding. Don't clean it. That riding's going to drive that conditioner down into the leather. Most important part is just to keep the dust off. Put your cover back on your saddle as soon as you're done. Keep up with the conditioning. Make sure you're still conditioning the underside of your saddle. All the panels will soften up. The saddle's going to settle a little bit. It's going to settle down into the tray pockets. These are going to break in. Saddle's going to open up. And it's going to be the fit that you ordered for your horse. And there you go. Your saddle's conditioned and it's ready to ride. And as the French would say, voila.